Okay, this video is for the tackles. I'm going to go left tackle and then right tackle every time here, looking at each play. First thing I want to say, we need to make sure we scoot up here. It looks like we're not even with the guard. Looks like you're backed up a little bit. You need to make sure that you're even here, Mosman, with your splits. So here we're running G to the right, so we should be stepping down hard, replacing the guard on our wheel and seal. Play side tackle, we should be basing this guy nice and square. We should be having help from the H here. This should be a hat call, doubling to that backer there. So we should have four hands on the down lineman, four eyes on the linebacker here. If this guy slants inside, we need to do a good job at flattening him out and driving him down the line of scrimmage. We cannot give up penetration because that's going to blow up our guards. Okay. So we got to make sure we do a good job with that. I'm going to watch Mosman first. Okay, Mosman, as you step down better, which is good, but make sure you peek at the linebacker first, because if he comes here, you need to make sure you're in a good position to block him. But this is a good job coming back out and blocking the defensive end. You do step down harder, which is better. Okay. Maybe a little bit more because I want you to replace this guard. Remember, I want you to start working to get close to hip with the center, because you can always come back out, rock back out, and come hit this guy. Okay. But you need to make sure you step down hard to about right here, and then you can come back and block him if this linebacker is no threat. Okay. Okay, Trent, your arms, your hands are killing you. Look where your hands are. Okay, you're bear hugging this guy. I should not see your hands. I should not see your elbows. You're also way too high. Okay, I came up with this new saying for your base technique. You should be low, you should lunge, and you should lift. That's what you should do on a base technique. You need to be lower than the guy in front of you. You need to lunge your hips, and you need to lift them. But you can only lift if your hands are inside. You can only lift if you are lower than him. Okay. And he blows you back here. And so he's able to get off and make the tackle. Okay. And that's on you. It's because of your hands and it's because of your pad level. Okay. And we need to win that battle. Now, I know this H does not do his job. He should be doubling with you, but still, it's up to you to first win that. You need to be lower than him and lift him up, and you did not get that job done. Truck. Okay. We're running truck to the right here. So we should be pulling there, play side tackle. And then backside, we are rip releasing and cutting off the second level. Okay, so Mosman watching you. Okay, don't even touch him. He's not going to make the play. Just run. Start running up to the second level. Don't even touch him. I want you to work up to the second level on that cutoff. Okay, Trent watching you. Now, once again, we screw this up. We don't get this down block here, and so you kind of get blown up. So that's not a good look for you. Our receiver there should be coming down and blocking him so you can get outside that. So this is not a good look for you. Just knowing that this is not what should be happening. Now, if this does happen for whatever reason, what you're doing is what you should be doing. Block them. Okay. Try not to get blown up. Okay, here we're running truck to the left now. Now we should be pulling this tackle because we should be getting a down block here. And then our backside tackle should be running and cutting off. Okay. So Mosman, you need to step way back because he's trying to get in front of him. You need to get a lot more depth on your pull. You can't go flat like this because this is what's going to happen. You're getting in the way. You need to lose a lot of ground on your steps. Okay? You need to lose a lot of ground so he can get by you and you can get underneath him, okay? Now, once again, he's wrong. He needs to get more in front of this guy. Our H needs to get around it. Both you and the H don't do a good job of getting around this stuff. Okay. You guys got to get around it so you can get to blocking these two guys. That's the tackles guy. That's the H's guy that we don't get because we don't pull deep enough to get around it. Here we run G again. Okay. So we have a true tight end on the line of scrimmage. Okay. So here we should have a TED to the FBI right there. Okay, both of you guys should be blocking. Unless, since he is a 5 technique, you can either say gap, where you're going there and he's blocking here, or we would have a TED where you're both double teaming, trying to throw that guy over into the tackle's gap, and then the tight end works up. Okay, because he's pulling and kicking out, and he's got a homer call, so they're both blocking their gaps here. Okay. So it looks like here, Mosman, you rip up. I don't know if you made it looks like you're ripping up like this is trap. Okay, remember G, we kick out a 6 or a wider. So he's a 5 technique. So we're not kicking him out. You guys should be doubling here because you have a tight end. This should be a Ted call to that backer. Okay, that's what we should be doing. All right. Trent, watching you. Trent, this is good. Rip releasing and trying to cut off somebody at the second level. Go find someone and go block them. Okay, so Trent, that's what that should look like. Mosman, watch Trent here. This is what the backside of, well, hold on. Never mind. I take that back. Forget what I just said. We should be we should be wheeling and sealing on the backside here, Trent, of G. This isn't truck. On truck, we do this. Okay. On the backside of G, we should be wheeling and sealing. Okay. So this is not what we should be doing. This is not truck. This is G. So you should wheel and seal. Okay. Okay. Now we're running counter to the right. So he's a 5 technique. So Trent should say 5-5-5, and he's rip releasing inside for FBI. Backside tackle, we're wheeling and sealing here. So this is important why it's we step down flat because they're running wheel here. Okay. They're crossing gaps. So good. We should be picking this up. This should be the tackle picking up this linebacker here, and they should kind of get picked. Now you do a good job working across here, but we cannot grab him. We're going to get called for holding here. You cannot grab him like that. Line judge is going to call that. And then that's going to be a 10-yard penalty that you costed us. Okay. And you're not going to be on the field for long if you're giving us penalties here. Okay. Now, Trent, watching you, you should be flat and rip releasing. We should be assuming that this guy's going to get hands on us. You need to be flat. We shouldn't be running straight up field. You need to be ripping flat like that drill we worked on, getting up to that linebacker. Okay. You need to be going and attacking him. You need to be attacking him. And look at you. You're standing straight up and down. We can't be doing that. When we're getting up to the second level, we need to have a wide base ready to make contact. You need to be staying here and still going to him. Okay, in case he comes back. Running G again. Okay, here we should have a double team. Okay, right there to FBI. So 4 eyes on the linebacker, 4 hands on the down lineman. Okay, he's kicking out. They're reaching, and then you should be stepping to your play side B gap. If anyone shows up there, you block them. If not, then you are cutting off the second level. Okay, so Chase, we need to step way harder to our gap. This is we can't have that happen. That's you need to cut him off. We can't be reaching with our hands. We got to be stepping with our feet. Okay, we can't have that happen. Okay, Gabe, watching you. Good feet. You're too high. Okay, you're too high, so your lunge isn't as effective. And then we need to start trying to throw that guy over into our gap. Now, granted, the H is not helping you very much. He's up on the shoulder. He's not punching the hip. He's not shuffling down and staying square. Okay, so we don't get the greatest punch on him. And I mean, I get why the H doesn't come off because the hip doesn't disappear. Um, so, but you do a decent job. You're just too high. Ugh. Okay, we're running wham here, so that's trap without a puller. So wham, we're running wham to the left. So 4-4-4, rip release inside, gap on double. They're caging to him. There's a guy in your gap here, so block, and then this should be a gap call going out to him. Okay, because he's on. All right, so gap, gap. Okay, Chase, you got to rip release inside and get past him here. We can't get squeezed here because notice he's super tight and he's coming scot-free and there's no one there to block him. Okay, so Chase, we need to do a better job getting up to him. Gabe, this is a good job getting out to that linebacker. Now, the biggest thing, don't cross your feet over when you're blocking. Right there. You see that? That's not good. This guy should chuck you off right now because you're crossing your feet over. Keep a wide base and foot fire. Okay, 50s. Here we should have a fan call because he's on. And tackles, when in doubt, make a fan call. If you don't know if he's coming or not, make the fan call. And then if he drops back into coverage, you can always come back and help out with the Ford technique. When in doubt, make the fan call because you can always come back and help. Okay. But this would for sure be a fan call. Whenever there's an H or a tight end that's on your side, it's an automatic fan call. Okay. Automatic fan call if you have a tight end or an H. If you're not sure because he's kind of in the middle, it looks like he could maybe come, make the fan call and then come back if he's not blitzing. So Mosman watching you, you step inside. Okay. I don't like where your outside hand placement is. It should be right in the middle of his chest. Okay. But you do a good job influencing him upfield. Don't get pressed back into the quarterback though. You need to press him out. Okay. And try to make that width of the cup a lot wider. And plus, if you're throwing guys down on the ground like that, you're gonna get a holding call called on you, and you're gonna lose this 10 yards, and you're not gonna be on the field for very long if you're doing that. This is lazy to me. Okay, I see this as laziness, not moving your feet. Okay, you're like, I'm not gonna move my feet, so I'm just gonna take them. I'm gonna put my feet in the ground. I'm gonna just take them and throw them. You can't do that. You can't do that on offense. You need to move your feet and stay in front of them. To me, this is lazy. Okay, you need to knock that off. Okay, Trent, I like how you step out here and you go attack this guy to maintain the width of the pocket. Okay, just you got to work on your hand placement. You keep readjusting your hands, which is good. Okay, but I like how you step out and you go maintain that width of the pocket. That's very nice. Okay, here, this should be a fan call. Should be fanning out. Here, this is tough because he could maybe come. So, like I said, when in doubt, make a fan call. Um, so Mosman, you don't get out to here, so this is not good. Okay, you're not going to see the field very much if you're missing stuff like this. Okay, Molitor came out to help you because I think he thought there was a fan call, but you didn't get off on the outside backer. Okay, that should be your guy that you're picking up there. Instead, our running back has to go get him, which then if one of these inside backers would have blitzed, we would have been screwed because he's picking up the guy you're supposed to be blocking. Okay. So Trent, here, this is where, when in doubt, make a fan call because we should be getting out here to block that guy. But since we didn't make it, that's fine. You need to step inside and you need to be attacking the inside half of this guy. Okay. You need to be inside here more and influencing him out. We cannot give him an inside rush to the quarterback. Okay, 50 A screen tackles. We're just high walling here or making our normal calls. So here, this would be an off call. We would have a fan call, but since he stepped up, this is an off call. So we should be attacking the guy on top of us here. Okay, and here we should still have a normal fan call on this side. Okay, so Mosman, once again, we're not doing the right thing, man. We need to be attacking the four technique because we have an off call. Okay, you should be on this guy that's now sacking our quarterback. You got to know what you're doing if you want to play. Okay, here should have a fan call. Okay, no fan call. Okay, Mosman, good. You work out here. I like how you step out to him. That's good. You maintain the width of the pocket. That's very nice. That's how it should look. Okay, Trent, your arms, not good. You need to get your hands inside. Stop doing this and hugging people. Okay, and keep them to the outside. Influence them to the outside. Mosman, I can tell your split is off. Make sure you're even with the guard. Okay, we're running trap to the left here. Okay, good. Mosman, you need to be even flatter. even flatter, ripping even faster up. That's a little too slow. Okay. You need to step flatter. And that second step needs to get down on the ground sooner. We're also still a little too high. And then when you get to the linebacker, when you make contact with him, go block him and stay on him. Stay on him. I like how you foot fire your feet here. This is good. You have a nice wide base right here. I love all this. I love that. Now, once you get to him, roll your hips and drive him. Stay on him. Stay on. Don't be a spectator. Don't be a spectator. Go block somebody. Okay, Trent, this is a good wheel and seal here. We step down. We should check B gap first. And then we're coming back and blocking him. Now stay on him. You got to move your feet. You can't get thrown off like this. It's all feet. Feet, 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 feet. Okay, here, this should be a fan call. Okay, fan call. Here, fan call. Okay, Elliot, this should be a fan call. We should be getting out here because we had a guy on outside you here. Okay. Gabe, do we make a fan call? Yep, we get out to our guy. Now we just overset though. You set too far, and it's because of your feet. Look at you heel click here together. Okay, that's why I said we never heel click. We always bring a foot out wider. We step out and then we bring our other foot back to a wide base. Since you do that, you overset and he's able to work inside you here. We can't do that. Don't heel click. It should be a wide shuffle, a wide foot fire, getting yourself out there. Okay, we're running trap to the left again. Okay, Mosman, that's a better step flat there and working up. And then if he goes outside, now drive him outside. Okay, we need to get a better punch on him. Trent, you need to step down harder. Now, this one was not nearly as good as the last one that I saw. You need to step down harder and get your head on the other side like we're scooping him. Think about where the play is going. You can't get pressed back like this. We need to be on this side and then go attack him. Okay, that's too much. Too much ground. Okay, we've seen enough 50s. Make sure we're making fan calls. Okay, here's counter to the left without a tight end. So we should be basing here. Get low, lift. No, what is it? Low, lunge, lift. When we base block, we should get lower than him, lunge our hips, and then lift him. Okay, backside, we should be wheeling and sealing. Okay, Mosman, not doing our job. Okay, we kick out a 5 technique or wider. To me, he looks like a 4. Okay, so you should be basing him. To me, he looks like a 4. So counter is 5 or wider without a tight end. All right, and then wheel and seal on the backside. And we do kick him, which is good, but that's not the guy we should be kicking. Okay, you should be blocking him. And we should be kicking out this guy. Okay, Trent, that's a decent wheel and seal. Okay, now we're running power. Power to the right. Base block. Low, lunge, lift. Wheel and seal. Okay. Trent, you're too high. Okay, so you can't lunge. He gets underneath you. And you're getting pressed back, and so we lose that battle and he makes a tackle. Too high. Hands are on the outside. Okay, Mosman, decent. Once again, you can't do that. You're going to get called for a 10-yard penalty, and then you're going to be off the field. You can't do that with your hands. Use your feet to block. Your feet just stop, and then you start twisting them. Okay, you're going to get called for holding. Okay. Get your hands on the inside. Use your feet to block. Okay, power draw. We're going to run power draw to the left. Okay, so they're running razors, so make sure we block the B gap. Okay, he's got the A, he's got the A, he's pulling. We got to step down hard and help out here and then come back out. Okay. So good, Mosman. This is a good adjustment. You see he's slanting inside, so you adjust. If you have a base block and he slants inside, it turns into a down block and you're going to drive him in. That's good, Mosman. That's a good play for you. Okay, good. Trent, you step down hard to help out, and then you turn back, and then we can drive this guy out. Now drive him out, drive him out, drive him out. Even more. Drive him out even more. If you were lower, it would help. Okay, here we're running truck to the right. We need to get outside the crap. Backside, we are rip releasing and running. Okay, Gabe, you don't pull on truck. You got to know what you're doing. Okay, we should not be messing with the backside four technique. We should be rip releasing and running. Okay, he's not going to make the play. Boot cross, that's G for us. We're running G to the right, I believe. Nope. Yep, G to the right. Okay, so we have a base block here trying to get to his outside shoulder. And then here we are wheeling and sealing on the backside. So Gabe, this is a good job. Chase, you should not be working up to the second level. You should be wheeling and sealing. You can't get upfield because that would be an eligible man downfield. So once again, we got to know what we're doing. Running trap here. Running trap to the right. That's what we should be doing. So we should be wheeling and sealing and ripping up inside. Now, Trent, you take the path of least resistance. That's good. Okay, Mosman, you step in. I like how you check the B gap. That's nice. Okay, you see that he doesn't come, so you come back for the C gap. So Mosman, that's good. Okay, a lot of good stuff that we can learn from here.